Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all well. So welcome. So in today's video I'm gonna address your assumptions, and I'm a little bit nervous because I've kind of been avoiding some of them, but anyway, I'll get into that in a minute. So yeah, I'm also recording on my new camera and I'm nervous. I feel like I look really pale in it and I'm not, so what can you do? So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I will be grateful. And yeah, thanks to anyone who sent me assumptions, and let's get into the video. There's no easy ones for me to ease myself in with, like they're all so like serious. There's nothing witty, nothing easy peasy, so I've kind of got no choice. Like I have to go in at the deep end. I'm not prepared. So the first one that I see is, you would be happy to start having babies soon. That is a tough one. The answer, well, no, I know the answer. The answer is no. Like, not that I wouldn't be happy, I obviously would be happy. I mean, if I found out that I was pregnant, I'd be quite clearly shocked. But like, I wouldn't be disappointed. Like, I would say I would be able to make the best out of the situation. Like, I'm 24 and I'm obviously in a relationship now, so it wouldn't be the end of my life obviously, and I would be happy. Like, I can't wait to have kids, but I would rather it be in like 5 years. Like, for me, I'd rather have, like, I just feel like I have a lot to do before I have kids, do you get me? Before I'm ready. I'm also probably not fully ready, like I'm still quite selfish and whatever, so yeah. But I mean, if you mean in a few years, by soon, by like at least 5 years, possibly 10, then yeah, you're right. I would be happy to have them soon, so yeah, that answers that. I can't wait to have kids though, they're so cute, but I really want to have like all the, like, I don't know, I just want to be like engaged and have like a wedding and have like a house and do it up nice and have like a nice house for a few years without kids ruining it. So yeah, also would love to travel, and I know you can do that with kids still, but not really to the same extent. So yes, I do want a few selfish years before I commit to kids, but I can't wait to have them. That's my answer, my short answer. Another one is, you've had secret hater, close friends since you started YouTube, etc. Not that I know of anyways. Like, I've had people who I know not that well, like acquaintances or like old friends, unfollow me, which I find so unsupportive. Like, mute someone if they're annoying me. Like, I know I post more than the average person, so I understand that, but I find it rude and unsupportive, and I wouldn't unfollow someone personally myself for that reason. But maybe it's because they don't know how important having people following you is when you do YouTube and Instagram. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously I've had people that I'm kind of like, okay, like it's kind of like crickets with this sport sometimes with a few people. Like, I wouldn't say, not really, to be honest. Like, most of my friends are really really supportive and definitely not jealous or hating on me because of it. So yeah, no, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I've been really lucky. The next one is you've always wanted to own your own brand. And no, I definitely wouldn't say that that is true, but it's kind of hard to explain. See, I didn't even know that I wanted to study fashion design until my last year in school. I feel like I say this all the time. Sorry if you're bored of me, but I was like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Found my degree in fashion design and said I'll give it a bash, and I did. So yeah, but I feel like if I didn't do my course, I wouldn't have realized that I wanted my own clothing brand. Maybe, like, I might have, because I would definitely still love fashion, but I don't know if I would have started it, and I don't think it would be the brand that I have now. It would probably just be like called Emma Doyle or I don't even know what I would call it, like, because I created Loud as a brand in college because we had to do that for our final project. So obviously everything had to be made to like a higher standard, not a higher standard, but to like a high fashion standard. So it couldn't just be plain jumpers with embroidery on them like I have. Like, I would have to make the pattern from scratch and sew it, and it would have to just be a lot more complicated, if you get me. So, and yeah, high fashion would obviously have to be sold at a really high price, which I knew wouldn't suit my customers. So I did like adapt and change a lot about the brand since. I've only actually started selling on it in January, but yeah, it's become different because of that. But I don't know if I would have actually physically started if it wasn't for college, if you get me, because I think what gave me the push was I had my followers messaging me saying, are you going to be selling your designs, like my designs that I made in college? A few people, like a couple, and I didn't. I still have them, but yeah, I felt like not many people would buy at that price point, and I also am not interested in making stuff from scratch constantly, like, and I'm not interested, well, I am interested, but I'm not as interested in making fashion that's really complicated, if you get me. Like, it's a lot of work. We made a small collection, and well, it was a 6 outfit collection, and we spent the whole college year making it mostly. So, well, 6 months of it probably. So yeah, like, that's not really doable for me, unless you're rich and you can afford to have people who sew and make patterns for you, which, like, no one starting off really does. So you'd have to do it all from scratch yourself, and they're not my favorite parts. I prefer like designing or whatever myself, and I do want to do a lot more designs myself, but it's hard to get them made when you're not buying in huge quantities. So, like, I've huge plans for Loud, but I kind of need to, like, keep working away and keep making money off it before I can really make the designs that I really want to have, if you get me. But I do also want to sell them at an affordable price. Like, it's tough. I don't want them to be really cheap. I don't want to be PLT and Boohoo or anything like that. I want it to be a bit more exclusive and exciting, but I want my designs to be affordable. So yeah, and also casual. Like, who wants to pay hundreds and hundreds for a tracksuit? Like, I mean, people do for like Balenciaga hoodies and stuff, and they deserve, honestly. I love Balenciaga, but yeah, like, it's hard to start off at that level, if you get me. So yes, I'm happy with where my brand is now, and I have huge ideas about where I want it to go in the future. But to actually go back to your question, no, I didn't always know. So yeah, I think it was just the couple of people asking me and the fact that I'd already basically done the groundwork on creating a brand, to come up with logos and all that sort of stuff, and we'd learned the basics, we'd learned how to come up with a marketing plan and stuff in college, that I kind of was just like, the only thing for me to do is just design stuff and get them made and sell them. So I'd done most of the hard work in college, if you get me. So I was like, I have nothing really to lose. But I would say I have thought about working for myself a lot throughout college and stuff, and like I've just sort of thought like, oh, wouldn't it be great if I could sell my own designs, or if I could have my own business and stuff like that. And I didn't think too much into it, but it would just cross my mind. And yeah, I've obviously had my YouTube channel since I think I just started college, so I had that in the back of my mind as well. So I have always wanted to do my own things, and it just kind of took me a while to know what they were, if you get me. And it also took some jobs that I couldn't stand as well. So yeah, now I'm like, I don't want to go back there. Here is a really random one. You'd like to ride a moped one day? No, not really. I haven't even thought about that once. I would shit myself. I'd probably be dead as well, so I'd rather be alive. The next one is kind of related to one of the other questions about my brand, but it is, you have big plans for your future personally and business wise. True. I feel like I've always been ambitious on the inside. Even if I didn't do anything about it when I was younger, I did want and hope and dream for like just a good life, and I've always been a hard worker and always been willing to put in the work in stuff that I enjoy. Not so much in stuff that I don't enjoy, but no, I always have worked hard, and I've always planned ahead. You could also say, I guess. So yeah, I definitely do want to work really hard on my businesses and on my own business, and yeah, I also am really looking forward to like my future myself, like having a house and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, can't stop touching my hair in this video, sorry. Like, what even are big plans personally? That would be, no, they would be like house, family, stuff like that, I guess. So yeah, definitely stuff like that's really important to me. Okay, this next one, you are looking at getting a place with Connor. I've actually literally spoken about this for ages in a drive with me recently, but I cut it out of the video when I was editing it because things happened and changed, and I just was like, I'm not ready to tell people yet, and I still don't really know if I am ready, but Connor and I have put an offer in on the house, and we're really excited, and we're hoping that it goes to plan. Still agreed at the moment, but things can still fall through, and if not, we'll just have to keep looking again. So yeah, our plans changed a bit because we were planning on buying next year. We started saving a few months ago. Connor started saving way before me, just in general. He's just always saved. I haven't. I only started saving, decided probably like 9 months ago to think about saving, and probably it was probably around then that we like looked at a couple of houses and stuff. Obviously we didn't have the money for them then, but we we're just kind of interested in since then. We've just been constantly on the lookout at like what's on the market. We're obviously both really interested in that anyway. Like I love houses, I love interiors, I just love looking at what's out there for the crack anyway. So yeah, we've been looking for the last ages, and then we were gonna buy early next year when I was permanent in the job that I was in, but then I left the job that I'm in. But yes, but long story short, I'm not going to go into it. I'm no longer working where I was, so that obviously came to a halt, and thank God I'm not working there is all that I'm actually going to say anymore. But yeah, so obviously the plan for Jan was gone, so now we're on a smaller budget because I'm obviously self-employed only now, and I think you need like 2 years decent books to buy when you're self-employed. So, or else even if I did go to another job so that I could get a mortgage, I would have to be in it for probably a year to be made permanent. I think most places are a year at least. So yeah, and it's also a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic, so I don't know if it will be made permanent that soon, or if I would even get another job for the next ages. So we decided to look in our new smaller budget instead, and we actually found a really nice house. Like rather than a new buy or a slightly bigger house that's probably 10 minutes closer, we're moving probably 5 or 10 minutes further away, and it's a slightly smaller house that we are hoping to get at the moment. So yeah, there's no harm in me saying this. I keep saying to myself there's no harm in sharing it because everyone goes through these things. Like it's not the end of the world if it falls through, but I'm just mostly terrified of jinxing things because the last time I spoke about it I had to edit it out of a video because I couldn't face it. I was so disappointed. So yes, hopefully it all works out, and hopefully I'll have, there goes my phone, hopefully I'll have 110 moving vlogs and home vlogs within the next few months, because yeah, that'll be so much fun and I would love. So yeah, the house is a bit more, and it's also like gonna need more work and stuff like that. Like we can definitely move into it, but we'll want to change a lot more stuff, which we'll just do slowly, and then we'll just kind of carry on saving, fingers crossed, while we're there. And then if we want to in the next couple of years move a bit closer again and move somewhere bigger, then we hopefully will be in the position to either sell on this house or else keep it and rent it out. So it's kind of a win-win. We just happened to literally find it and one or two others that we could afford, and we were like, why wouldn't we do it now, if you get me? Because yeah, I genuinely, my room is packed with all my loud stuff, all my like bloody beauty products, all my clothes, everything. I can't wait to have my own space to just work away on my own stuff. And yeah, we've both been ready to do this together since probably January was when it like started. They were probably early days, but so yeah, we're really hoping that it works out. And yeah, what can you do? There's nothing I can really do at this stage, just keep manifesting. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I think I'm gonna leave it there because this video is so long, and Connor's coming over now. We're gonna watch either 90 Day Fiancé or Gilmore Girls, I would guess, because there are two faves at the moment, and I just want to live in Stars Hollow. I love watching Gilmore Girls and just feeling like I'm in like their nice little easy worlds. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you like my new camera. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel and I will see you in the next one. Bye.